Hi friends, welcome to Aisha's DIY. Today we will design a necklace using the Bargain Bead box subscription for the month of January 2023, and we have received all of these items are from Bargain Bead box subscription. None of them is from my stash except for this Chinese knotting cord. This one is 0.8 mm Chinese knotting cord. I hope I have enough for this project that I have in mind. And these English cut crystals and these moonstone beads and this druzy beads are the ones that I'm going to use in this necklace. And we have some bead caps also in the bag, and then some star beads left over from my other necklace project. So first of all, I tried putting these two twice and it does go, but I have a different pattern in mind. So I'm doing this out of, this is the first time I'm doing this project. I'm not like this necklace, I don't know if I have done before or not, this macrame type necklace, but I would eyeball the cord. I would never measure, but I can tell you guys approximately what I'm going to use. I'm going to use more than what I need because this is a project that I don't know where it will lead to. So the thing is, so I'm going to approximate, this is 2 feet, so I'm going to double it. I hope I have enough of this cord. So we need like so it's gonna be a necklace wherein I'm going to separate the cords. It's not going to be one strand and all. So it's 4 feet, and I'm gonna take about say 6 feet. Okay, 6 feet of cord. If I fold it, it'll become 3 feet each. So I'm thinking that should be good enough. 6 feet of cord is what I'm taking for one side of the necklace. Then we will do the other side. I don't know if I'm going to leave the back continuously. I'm not thinking that way. I will have a way to adjust this necklace. So I took 6 feet, and then let's say okay, this end I burnt it and made it into a needle, as you guys can see already. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna put this cord through this finding. We have 2 holes on one side of the finding. I'm gonna put this, okay, and then in here one end I didn't burn it, I keep it that way. The other end I'm gonna add the star bead first. Okay, whichever side you want to, you can add the star bead. And then so I'm gonna make a series of pattern, like adding beads in the fashion that I would like, and then I will come back and then do the knotting. It's not the regular overhand knot, it is going to be the large head knot. So if you are not aware of the basic macrame knots, I would suggest you go ahead and watch my video on basic macrame knots. That would help you guys to learn what a lark head knot is and how easy it is. It is pretty easy. You can just watch one time and then learn the knot. And I'm going to alternate the druzy bead and the star metallic spacer beads. I hope that I do have enough star bead. I really need it for the other side as well. So I'm gonna take 3 or so for the other side of the necklace and keep it just in case I don't run out of this side. So I like the druzy beads a lot. I don't know if I will have enough of the druzy bead, but I want to try and do it. So this time we didn't get any small beads or so like a 3 strand or a 4 millimeter, sorry, 3 millimeter or 4 millimeter strand beads. We didn't get that in the bargain bead box. It's becoming like the box is becoming skinnier and skinnier as the time goes by. Yeah, it is, everything is getting expensive, and it's hard to get a box with all of these items within $20 plus, I mean, with the shipping. So I understand that, but still we are so used to having so much to work with, and we are not having it enough. I mostly try to use just the bargain bead box items for my projects, so that if anybody watches this, they don't have to have any additional stuff from their stash if they are starting out and um, uh, building up their stockpile. It is very hard, so that's why I tend to keep it within the box, but it's getting difficult and difficult, as you guys can understand. So I might be using a little bit out of the box as well, but not in this necklace, of course. But I'm planning to, because as you guys can see, the amount of project or the type of project that we can do will be very less if I don't. And we can do a cha-cha bracelet, the wire wrapped one. So for example, I'm going to keep 4 stars just in case. For the other side, maybe I think this much is good enough. I'll keep 5 stars for the other side. And after this, I'm gonna put this bead that we are going to use anyways, the English cut crystal. These are 6 millimeter, and the druzy beads are 8 millimeter in size. So I'll add that to give us some length. So I think I will measure this. This doesn't have to be more than a foot in distance, and I think it should be after the foot. I need at least 3 inches, because we are going to do the adjustable macrame square knots and then leave a tassel behind. So I think this should be good enough. I think I'm just doing like 18 inches maybe, right, just to be on the safer side. And then I'm gonna tie a knot here, pull this probably down, okay, all the way down. And then so I need this much for knots and everything, so I'm just going to make an overhand knot, leaving about, say, 5 to 6 inches here. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is take the other end of the cord, which is the longer end. Supposed to keep that as a longer end, and burn it, so that I'll have a needle kind of a thing to thread on my beads. I think this should be good enough. Maybe I would leave 6 more inch. Yeah, so 2 feet on the other side, and we had totally 6 feet and 4 feet on this side. You can imagine that way. So take this, move all the beads on the other side, and I want to go through this star bead. Okay, I'm just going to try. And this has a big enough hole to accommodate 2 of the 0.8 millimeter Chinese knotting cord. And I'm gonna pull all the way. Okay, so now this is what we have. I don't want this to be anywhere twisted inside that, so I keep this nice and neat. Once I have that, I push the other druzy bead here. Let me just move everything so that you guys can clearly see what I'm doing. Druzy beads here, and if you can see it automatically, this, I want this to come this way, right? So press, put all the druzy bead up, one druzy bead up there, take the long cord, okay, and I think we can shift it to a macrame board or a naughty do it all board. So I have 2 feet on the side and 4 feet in the long cord. So I take this and go over, under, and pull through. I just adjusted the size of the cord a little bit. I had only 3.5 feet on the other side. So under, over, and pull through. That's a lock set knot for you. So push that. Now what I will do is I will take this cord, the long one, and go through this star bead. We are not doing a lock set knot on top of the star bead because it does accommodate 2 of these like comfortably without any problem. So I do that. Okay, you can also do in spite of the lock set knot. You can just do one like that, one like this. You can do other knots as well, but I like the lock set knot, and it just kind of gives the exact amount of space that we need. So okay, so the cord will come around the druzy bead and the cord will go through the star bead. So that's how we are going to alternate this necklace. So comfortably goes through, especially when you have everything mounted. It kind of becomes easy to actually put the cord through the star and after the star. So I'm putting lock set knot before and after. If you don't want to, you don't have to, but I like the space, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Anyways, we have 4 feet to knot and then 2 feet on the other side. Sorry, I bumped the camera. There we go. So it is like, this is the center cord, this is the knotting cord. You put it on top of the center cord, okay, go underneath that cord, the loop that you created. It will form a 6 like this, and then pull it tight. Then the same thing, but this time we are going to put the knotting cord underneath the center cord, and then through that loop that you created and pull through, and now you have the complete lock set knot. And then you will have to go through the star. Take the end and put it through this. As you guys can see, it's pretty easy. It nicely accommodates the cord. Then push that over, under, and pull through, under, over, and pull through. So this is how I'm going to continue doing this. I'll come back once I'm done. I finished doing this side, so now we are going to do from this side. So I still have some left, which is about, say, 2.5 feet. So I took 6 feet and I have only 2.5 left. So for the other side, I took 7 feet. 7 feet may be an overkill. I agree with you guys, but I really took that much. And I will take 2 feet for one side, right? So hold on, let me just do this first. So put this through here. So what we did was put the cord through other hole of this winding and then measure 2 feet. Okay, and basically again we will measure 6 inches or so from the end and tie an overhand knot. Okay, that's that, and the rest of it is like this. Okay, we don't have to tie a knot right now. We need to put the beads on. I'm sorry about that. It's just too excited for the other side. I don't know why, but I do. Okay, so here we go. In this 2 feet of thread, I'm gonna burn the edge and make myself a needle if it lets me. Okay, now I will start the pattern on the other side. So we use the druzy beads on this side, and this side I'm going to use the star first, because the star is the one which is going to hold the 2 cords without the knot. So the star bead first, excuse me, and then you can start with the druzy bead or you can continue the other pattern, but I am thinking of starting with the druzy bead. I'm not so sure whether I should start with the druzy bead or directly add these. Still I don't have this needle proper. Yeah, now it's a bit okay, I guess. Right, now I will start with the English cut, maybe. Right, and then the bead caps. So I'm going to cover the moonstone bead with the bead cap. So a bead cap, a moonstone bead, and then a bead cap, and then an English cut bead is the pattern that I'm going to go ahead with this side. And it looks pretty. You don't have to do the druzy, start with the druzy bead anyways. So now it's gonna be this pattern: a bead cap, a moonstone, then a bead cap followed by a bead cap. So the bead cap needs to hug the bead just like this. So put it accordingly, and then an English cut. This wire is very, very pokey, so just be careful and trash it off immediately. So I'm gonna do this the entire thing. I'm gonna string all the beads and come back and show you guys the pattern, and then we'll fix it in the Naughty Do It All, and then we will do the ladder knots. Sorry, not the ladder one. So we will do the knots later. So I finished making this side. As you can see, I have changed this a little bit to give us the length that we need. So this is going to be the necklace. It's going to come on the side, and this is how it's going to be. You can either do this thing inside like this or outside like this. It's totally up to you. The way you keep the necklace or it turns, that's okay. Whichever side you prefer will be the side you can keep. So this is it. Now all you need to do is, see, I have only this much left. With the knotting cord, I have about, say, 1 foot left. So you can take 6 feet cord. That should be enough. And for this one, I really need this much, so that's not a problem. So 6 feet cord for the longer side of the necklace, and 4 feet cord for the shorter side of the necklace. So now just want to make sure everything is proper. So there we go, this one and then this one. So I'm just going to take these 2 cords, which is the threading cord, or the center cord that is supposed to be, and I'm going to sliding knot. So here we go. I get my knotty doot all over here, and set this up. Okay, so since I have a long cord left, I will take from this only. You don't need more than 8 inches for this. So I'm just going to cut about 8 inches from the leftover cord from mine, and then I'm gonna take this and do a sliding knot. It's like square knot, couple of square knots. If you are not aware of what a square knot is, please go ahead and watch. I will leave down the description box below the link for that basic macrame knots. In that you will find the square knot. This is very helpful. If you do this a couple here, then you will be able to adjust the necklace length. You don't need a lot. 3 square knots is more than enough. The square knot consists of P's and Q's. So the way you keep the cord determines if it is a P or a Q. This is a Q, and this is a P. So P's and Q's, you don't need that many, but I really like to do 6 to 8 knots, square knots, for any sliding bracelet or necklace. But you can do as less as 3 knots and as many as you want. That should be good enough. And don't make this knot very tight, and then it will be not easy to slide the necklace back and forth. This is what we have right now. Let's just check this out. So this one, the lockside knot, the final one, I'm going to just make one more because I don't want to cut the thread there. It just scares me a bit. So I just make one more lockside knot, just like that, or even one more, since I have the cord anyways, right? Once you do that, snip this off And take your lighter and melt the end and just press it against your work. So that's done. So here on the other side we have the luxer knot. So here also I'm going to go ahead and do one more. I hope I did it in the right direction. Right. Good. I did. Over, under and pull through. Under, over and pull through. Once you do that, snip that cord off. And then burn the edges and press it against your work. Okay, that's good. Now we shall take care of the cords that we knotted, just a sliding knot with. We can just snip that off, just leaving a short one, and then there we go. And do it on the other side as well. Okay, so here it is, our long cord that we have left. Don't worry, always save the knotting cords. You don't have to throw it away. We can utilize for future projects, a small project, a small earring project, or you want to try out something. It will be very helpful. So please do not throw, especially for this long cord. These short ones you can throw. If it is 4-inch or more, I normally save it. Okay, there we go. If you can slide this right really well. So now with these you can add a crystal and a star if you want to, but I'm just going to add a crystal. Okay, and just eyeball and then do it about say 3 inches, and then pop the crystal and do another knot after the crystal. Make sure it's nice and tight, and do the same this side as well. You can tie an overhand knot first and make sure this knot is exactly where the other one is. Approximately is enough. Take a bead, pop it in there, and then tie an overhand knot at the end as well. So now snip off the excess, leaving a little bit of tail. See this one end, that is perfect. The other end is a little bit long. That's okay. I save all of these cords. It's not a lot that I have left. So here we go. Burn the edges and press it against the knot. Burn it, press. There we go. Our necklace is done and ready. I hope you guys like this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon for notification. I do upload videos couple of times a week. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good day and bye bye.